Yes, sir. 2 verse 13. Joel 2:13. The book of Joel, chapter, start at 12. The book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 12. You want to catch up with us? All right, Joel 2 and verse 12. Going back to what you said that you got more into the mindset versus the appearance, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, basically, because I realized when I was like really involved in Israel, it was more so like, not more so, but a lot of people seem to be much more like kind of understand where it's like, okay, I'm not in a dress right now, so I was like, okay, I am a sinner. Literally, someone said I wasn't going to go to heaven because I didn't have heart. And I'm like, but his heart was really wicked. So I'm like, how can someone, with a wicked heart tell me what, like, not to saying like self-righteous, but it's like, if what I'm missing is literally, like, let's say I'm not dressed like I'm supposed to be right now, but I literally try my best to really commandments, all that type of stuff. Okay. And how,
I got you. How can someone say that? Right. Listen to the scripture, Joel chapter 2 and verse 12. Let me know when you're ready. Okay. Joel 2 and verse 12. I ain't gonna be up here long, so don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Bring it up!
2 more questions before I go. I was supposed to bingo, but I didn't think y'all were going to be down here in North Carolina, so.
All right. Joel 2 verse 12.
Yep, I'm there.
All right. Verse 12. All right, read. The book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 12. Therefore, also now, saith the Lord, turn ye even to me with all your heart and with fasting. Okay, so it says, turn to the Lord with all of your heart. The brother just told you what the heart was. Do you remember?
The heart is your mind.
The heart is your mind. So the Lord said, turn to me with all your mind. And whatever you do, read. And with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning. Right? So those are some things that you have to perform, read.
I literally did that last night.
And rent your heart and not your garments. So that's what you're saying. Rent your heart and not your clothing. Right? Rent your heart, meaning you don't have to worry about your appearance. Right? Yeah. That's where you get that from. So it's simple. We're going to go back to the heart. Give me the heart.
Wait, when you don't have a pen, I want to make sure.
Got a pen?
All my stuff's in my phone.
So, there you go.
I want to make a mark in it.
So when it says rend your heart and not your garment. So in other words, what you were saying a little while ago, if somebody that's totally wicked, they can come up to you and they're wearing the proper attire, but their mind is not right. That doesn't work at all.
So that's blasphemy. That's
it's a hypocrisy. Why? Why is it hypocrisy?
Because it's talking about the heart, which is the mind. So if it's like your appearance is showing, which is easy to do, same with like other religions. If your appearance is showing, that's easy, but the hard part is in your mindset there.
Right.
Anybody can put on fringes and like.
Right. You can pretend to be an Israelite. So what determines if you're wearing certain clothes? What determines if you are an Israelite? If you can come out with fringes, what would determine if you are an Israelite?
Besides, are you asking like about the
besides the clothing?
Oh, your heart, like how you operate, like how you have a standard for yourself.
Oh, okay. Now, where would that standard come from?
From following the commandments.
Right. Now, give me Deuteronomy 22 and 5. Hold on. Read what you got. Read Mark. Read the book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse 21. So we're gonna rend your heart real quick. Read. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts. So I want to tell you that what you're saying is an evil thought. That's an evil thought. It's evil. We want to show you, right? What did I say? Go to Deuteronomy 22 and 5. We're going to show you how it's an evil thought. Right? Your heart, God said, rend your heart. Right? What we rending our heart, we're going to do what? What the Lord asked us to do. Yeah. Deuteronomy 22 and 5. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Okay, so I want you to rend your heart right now. What do you have on that does not pertain to you?
Pants. But wait,
hold on. So if you rend your mind into the Lord, it should correct your mental. Yeah. Your mind told you to put on those. You said because I've seen somebody that was wicked and they had on a dress Well, that's them being wicked in a dress.
I don't want you to let I didn't like completely be like, I'm not wearing dresses ever again. Right now, I'm wearing this.
Yeah, so right now, if the Lord was to return,
then I would be in the wrong.
You get it.
Yeah.
Right, so when somebody made the statement, just by wearing pants you could go to hell, they were correct.
Yeah.
They were correct.
But they were correct, but still, like, does that weigh out though? Like, does that, because like, let's say, you know, like I could be, let's say I was right about like certain other things, but I'm wrong about this. But the fact that they were right about, you know, Deuteronomy 22:5, but I'm just curious, like, what is y'all?
Okay, we're gonna show you. Watch this. Zephaniah 1 and 8.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice.
So that day when the Lord's return, that's the day of the Lord's sacrifice, right?
That I will punish the princes and the king's children and all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
Strange apparel for a woman is what? And strange apparel for a man is what?
That's right.
There you go. So rend your mind. Rend your mind. Get your mind right according to what the word of the Lord says.
That's right. One more question.
All right.
I mean, I know it's important. I get the point with the thing, but the question I did have, like, when I was thinking about it and realized until recently, is we all know we're about to get in trouble in time with the revolution, right?
We already in trouble.
Exactly. So we agree on that. So like one thing that I kind of like had a realization once I mean, I know I'm Israel, so it's not like I left Israel.
Oh,
it's
you
just
left.
Okay, well, can I talk about
Go ahead.
Yes, because what I'm realizing is that, like, you know, in Jacob's trouble, when we're supposed to go, you know, like, be able to survive in the wilderness and things like that. But I noticed when, like, I had a lot of Israelite men that were interested in getting married and everything like that. One thing that, like, I feel like we never, like, talked about or was never, like, part of, like, the plan type of thing is how will we be like a partnership in terms of being able like to like survive out there? Like I'm seeing someone now, you know, we're about to get married where it's like, you know, he was military, so he had that military mindset, but he wants me to have that military mindset too, where it's like, okay, you know, when we are having to go out to the wilderness and all this and everything like that, or having to like survive when it actually gets really, really tough, because I know it's not, this is still easy now. I know it's going to get much more tougher in the future. But my question is, how do y'all expect for, I guess, the women in Israel to act kind of? Like, I'm not trying to come off as feminist, it's just that he changed my whole
You're good. That's a simple question. You got it already. Read.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know.
So here's your answer. I will have you know
that the head of every man is Christ.
So first of all, that man that you're dealing with has to understand that his head is Christ.
Right.
Now, are you living with your significant other?
I don't believe in that. We don't believe in that.
Are you all having sex?
No, none of that.
How long have y'all been together?
Like 9 months.
Have y'all
7 months.
Have y'all been having sex?
No.
I want to ask you again. Have y'all been having sex?
No, not at all. Look, like I said, I'm really on it. The only thing is that I don't have the appearance right now of an Israelite woman.
All right, read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
So during this time, your husband should understand what's going on. He should be already, Zephaniah 2 and 1, he should already be doing this right here. All right? If this is not happening, because that's the issue with what I hear you say, I used to be an Israelite.
Let me
Oh, no, you don't have to explain. You don't have to explain.
Follow the doctrine.
Right. There is some differences in your mind, but we're gonna rend your mind today. This is it. Read.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
So gather yourselves together. That means rend your heart. Get yourself right. Get your mind together.
Yea, gather together.
Come together with like-minded believing people. Read.
O nation not desired.
Where else are you going to go at this time? Are you going to go to the other nations when they don't like you? The Lord told us that those are our enemies. Read that last one again.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
So what we going to do at that time? What we going to do at that time?
Yea, gather together.
So if you by yourself, if it's just two of y'all and you're not into a congregation, what are you going to do? You don't know what to do.
Right.
So you need to be gathering with people. Well, your husband should be up here with us, so he can get the proper instruction.
Right.
That we follow the word of the Lord. This is our head. So if
He follows the law. He follows.
who does he learn from?
He doesn't learn from a congregation.
What does the Bible say again? Do what?
Gather yourselves together.
Come on.
Yea, gather together.
Before what?
O nation not desired.
Before what?
Before the decree bring forth. Before the day pass.
Before the what?
Before the day pass as the chaff.
A chaff is a piece of the little stuff that comes off of the corn. So he said that day gonna come real quick. So you gotta be gathered together. You gotta get your mind right and gather together.
Yes, understood. But let me ask a quick question as well, because I feel like y'all kind of coming at him because he's not, IUIC or WI.
No. It's a. How do you keep the Sabbath?
By not working, by studying the word, everything like that.
But you're missing something. You're missing something about the Sabbath. We just read it.
gathering together.
All right. So, are you keeping the Sabbath?
Well, I mean, technically, I'm gathering y'all.
Well, no. Technically, that don't count. We're talking about the both of you all.
Both of us all, no. Not
All right. What you got?
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 3. 6 days shall work be done.
All right. You got 6 days to do whatever you need to do.
But the seventh day
What's the seventh day?
Saturday.
Okay.
is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation.
So, are you keeping that part? It's a holy convocation. So, when you keep that part, you're going to be coming together with brothers and sisters.
So
Go ahead.
I have a quick question as well, because I'm just curious. So, one thing I also noticed in general is you said gathering together. I noticed that also, like in general, the men are here. So, where are the women? I'm just curious. I'm not trying to be smart. I'm
Well,
just really curious.
the sisters don't go out to battle.
Yeah, which
Right?
I know.
The sisters don't go out to battle. The sisters are back at the school. All of these brothers, raise your hand if you're married. All right, I'm married too. So we all have wives. We don't have rings on our finger because that's not an Israelite custom.
Okay, understood. Yeah, because I believe that's the Egyptian custom, where
Correct.
it's like. So actually, another question as well. I don't mean to keep jumping all over the place. We're talking about marriage. That's something that's very important to me. So I know also in Israel, well, not Israel. So with the Black Hebrew Israelite doctrine, let me say that because I know I'm Israel, so let me not say I'm no longer Israel. I know I'm Israel. I just don't subscribe to the Black Hebrew Israelite doctrine.
Yeah, we don't subscribe to Black Hebrew Israelites either. We're not Black Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
We are the Israelites.
Right. That's right.
All the
BHI is a government term made up to discredit the movement.
Right.
Black Hebrew Israelites, that's not who we are.
That's right.
Well, okay, so let me ask my question on marriage then, because that's something like I observed as well, is that that y'all don't, and I don't know, like you can correct me, that y'all don't, go through the legal.
We go through legal.
Okay, so that was just people that just was doing it wrong.
Those
I know some people.
are Black Hebrew Israelites.
Okay, because I know some.
You understand?
Gotcha. 'Cause I know some people that like that, some people that got like into marriage where there's nothing legal. They're like the papers don't matter.
Yeah. They write you a certificate with a crayon.
Yeah, I don't trust
Yeah,
that.
that's not good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Watch this.
The book of Tobit, chapter 7 and verse 14.
Tobit is in the Apocrypha.
Yeah, I got the secret. I got the
okay.
secret. But where did you get this one from? Because me and my man, we've been trying to look for like a 1611 this whole time. So where'd you get that from?
This one from Barnes & Noble.
It's at Barnes & Noble.
Barnes & Noble.
I really went at Barnes.
Amazon.
ChristianBook.com.
All right. I know there's
Original
a Barnes
Royalty.
in Raleigh, so I'm literally going to look again. Okay, thank you.
All right, watch this.
The book of Tobit, chapter 7 and verse 14. And called Edna, his wife,
Edna, his wife, not his girlfriend, not his live-in, right?
and took paper
So he took some paper, right?
and did write an instrument of covenants.
A covenant is a legally binding document. Not written in crayon.
Yep, just studied that in Joshua.
All right.
And for that.
All praises. You got any more questions?
Okay, so I know this is the biggest disagreement, the biggest one. I already know how it's gonna go, but
Let's see what you got.
I gotta do what I gotta do. So, my question, but the biggest thing that I've been going talking about with the Israelites, or not Israelites, but with the Black Hebrew Israelites is about Gentiles. Because at first I literally had a mindset, which I think y'all have as well, where it's like, when after Christ returns and all the millennial kingdom, that white people will be serving us, that they'll be washing our feet, all that type of stuff. But before y'all start flipping and start finding an answer, the one thing, the revelation that I kind of got that changed my mind again, I believe that, most Christians, like them over there probably, y'all be very Christians, not real Christians. It's a very narrow path for a reason. But when I started looking more into the Gentiles, I'm like, I know people are like, it's other nations of Israel, but if you look like on the map and stuff like that, when
You're talking about Genesis 10.
Genesis 10, we can look at
Talking about the
Genesis.
table of nations, where it calls them Gentiles.
Yeah, I had that whole, okay, I had read it in my notebook that I was going to bring out, so I left it at home. But,
Right.
So that, but also, but more New Testament, like Ephesians, that's Ephesians, and I think that's somewhere in like near Italy or Greece, and then with Romans, that's Rome, and then what other? The Corinthians, that's in Corinth, and that's like near Italy, I think. So what type of people are there? That's when I was starting to look at the map. I'm like, is it
Well, one thing, the people that are in these lands today are not the original people that inhabited those lands at the time.
Okay.
All right. So whenever a nation of people, a particular nation of people, come into your land, they, as just like when we were taken out of Israel, they took our nationality. So likewise, whenever the ruling class come into your land, they normally take over rulership and your nationality. But what you got?
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4, and verse 14. That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine.
All right. We used to be Gentiles. Ephesians 2:11. That's what I want. 2:11. Watch this. And then you can deal with it, brothers. Y'all don't go nowhere. I got it. You speak English? I still want this scholar to deal with it. Read it again.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 2, and verse 11. Wherefore, remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh.
So what does it say? What does it mean by we were in times past Gentiles in the flesh?
That you being past Gentiles in the flesh, that means that.
Now this is talking about the Israelites. It's saying that they were in past since Gentiles in the flesh.
Understood.
You made mention about Corinth and all these places.
Yeah.
So what happened when we were into captivity? We went in captivity in Corinth. What do we call ourselves? We no longer call ourselves Israelites. We call ourselves Corinthians. So that's why the Bible, when the disciples were sent to Corinthians, they were sent to the Israelites that were calling themselves Corinthians. All right. So read it again.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 2, and verse 11. Wherefore, remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh.
So right now we're Gentiles called African Americans. That's a Gentile name. Read, that's past tense. Read.
Who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hand.
Hey, give me what is it? 1 Maccabees 6 and 9, where it talks about the Gentile nations. 1 Maccabees 6 and 9. One more. 6 and 9. Let me show you who the Gentiles are.
6 and 6.
6 and 63.
Because actually nobody ever brought up First Maccabees, so this is intriguing. So.
First Maccabees 6 and 6. Something with that.
6 and 6.
I think it started at 6 and 6. Yeah.
All right.
Chapter 8 and verse 9.
All right, that's it.
And wait, can I ask a quick question before y'all read First Maccabees? Because Maccabees is the chapter, the book. Maccabees is the book that talks about Alexander the Great. So, do y'all believe he was a white man or a black man?
According to the Bible, he was a Greek.
Okay.
We'll call out the Greeks.
Okay.
Turn that sign around right there. Turn that. No, the other one, the last one.
Wait, it was First Maccabees 4.
Oh.
No, this one's First Ezra 8 and 69. The one we're about to read.
Yeah. So you see down to the bottom of that coin down there? It's just a Greek coin. That's an actual Greek coin.
Yes.
Look at that nose right there. Is that a black man or a white man?
That looks like a white man.
All right, so now you know who Alexander the Greek is. He's a white man.
Right.
Read this, watch this, and then I'm gonna give it to you.
First Ezra chapter 8 and verse 69.
Right.
The nations of Israel, the princes and the priests and the Levites, having not put away from them the strange people of the land, nor the pollution of the Gentiles, to wit of the Canaanites. Start it over. Verse 69. The nation of Israel,
The nation of Israel, these people on that sign,
the princes and the priests.
you're a princess. That's what the Lord calls you, a princess, and these are the priests. Read.
And the Levites have not put away from them the strange people of the land.
So we didn't put away the people of the land, strange people, right? Read. That's what we call ourselves Corinthians, because we didn't put them away. Read.
Nor the pollution of the Gentiles.
Okay, nor the pollution of the Gentile. Christmas, New Year's, Easter. We didn't put none of that stuff away. Watch what the Bible says the Gentiles are.
To wit of the Canaanites,
The Canaanites, which are African.
Hittites,
That's another African.
Perizzites, Jebusites, and Moabites, Egyptians, and Edomites.
So the Bible tells you who the real Gentiles are. The Israelites are not the Gentiles.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.